Guns, guns, guns. Top the most popular Politifact Wisconsin claims for February. The Florida mass school shooting had lots of people and politicians making claims. So we have Tom Kertscher with the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel to look at those claims to see how they stood up to the truth-o-meter. So let's go to the first one, which actually did not have anything to do with guns. This was number 4, and this was Representative or Congressman Glenn Grothman. He said the past president, Barack Obama, brought Al Sharpton into the White House something like 80 times. All right, what did you conclude on this?
We checked the White House logs, and in fact, Sharpton had been to the White House at least 118 times while Obama was president.
All right, so Sharpton, a well-known Democrat, an activist, so he was in the White House a lot. Let's see how this came out on the truth-o-meter. You found this one to be?
True.
True. All right, let's move on to number 3. Assault rifles banned. This was something that Senator Ron Johnson said, and it was a pretty simple quote. Assault rifles are already banned. Now, he said this a while ago, but it resurfaced after the Florida shooting.
That's right.
What about this one?
If you think of an assault rifle as something where you pull the trigger one time, fully automatic, those are essentially banned. But semi-automatic rifles, like the kind used in many mass shootings, school shootings, those are not banned.
Okay, and so when you looked at this one, what did you find on Senator Johnson?
This we rated mostly false.
Mostly false on this one. Okay, did that pop up there? All right, let's talk about many guns, but more people. So are there more guns or more people? This is Kevin Nicholson. He is a Republican Senate candidate. He said there are more guns in this country than there are people. Well, how did you do the math on this?
Yeah, the latest estimate by Harvard a few years ago, there were 265 million guns estimated, 320 million people. But it's important to remember these are estimates. There's no actual count of how many guns there are.
No one's actually really counted all the guns out there. We know there's a lot out there. So when you had a look at this one, how did you rate this one on the truth-o-meter?
In this case, we rated it half true, a statement that's partially accurate.
All right, let's move on to the number 1 clicked on story, at least the number 1, the most popular, and this had to do with school shootings versus other parts of the world. So in the rest of the world, there have been 18 school shootings in the last 20 years. In the U.S., there have been in the U.S. All right, so this is Jeff Greenfield. Who is he? He's a TV analyst?
Jeff Greenfield, TV analyst, actually University of Wisconsin graduate. He admitted when he made the statement he really got it mostly wrong. Yeah,
he pulled this tweet down not too long after this. But so when you looked at it, there's not really a good count, though, on how many are happening around the world?
Certainly not a count of school shootings around the world. When he says there were 18 in the United States just this year, the only way you can get to that number is if you count accidental shootings, suicides, things like that.
Yeah, these were
mass shootings, just 3.
Yeah, so when you think of mass shootings, it was just 3, but a school shooting could have been in the parking lot, could have been some other situations. All right, so when you looked at this one, this came up to be mostly false. All right. Look forward to hearing more from you as the Supreme Court state Supreme Court race heats up. You're seeing a lot on that. Tom Kertscher, thank you. Shannon?